Classroom Elite Season 2, Episode 11. We're doing a face cam today because there's way too much to talk about. So ignore my ugly face. You're not going to get much anime visuals. It's mainly going to be me talking because I'm confused. I'm a confused little boy. We had the start of Rooftop this week, but it wasn't actually the Rooftop. We're getting the construction site, UN sex dungeon, if you will. I don't know what's going on. Very interesting changes from Studio Large. First of all, I'm not mad at it. Like, no, I don't know if I'm mad at it yet. It's not bad. By no means is it bad. I guess we have, okay, let's say it like this. You have point A to point B, but this is like point B to point C. Like, okay, let's say it all leads to C. You have point A to C and you have point B to C. It's gonna lead to the same outcome. It's just two different timelines going in a different way. And it's very intriguing why they went in that direction. But I guess they did. I guess they want to make Duan more menacing. I guess I spoke about that with a friend. They want to make Duan look like a cunt. Make him look evil. And that's what they're doing. They're pretty much torturing Kay to an unimaginable extent. I don't know what he's going to do with that knife next episode, but I'm excited to see. So, start off the episode, obviously, with the Konji shit, the Dragon Boy stuff, and that was very interesting, too. Because you don't really get much cut out, but it was a very rushed, no tension there again. I'm going to look in a sec like what exactly was cut out, but at the same time, it wasn't too bad. You had some shit with Yuan and Pseudo saying where he actually mentioned Pseudo's name. Yuan did remember Pseudo, but all of this is pretty much cut out. All for the extent to really get to the Konji stuff and get to the character of Konji. It was cool, but at the same time, I was just like, really? I guess it wasn't necessary. You even had Kiyotaka talk about how this nowadays Kushida's keeping a low profile after all of this stuff with Rikta. So that's also nice to see if you didn't see, you know, Kushida say anything randomly. And it sort of played out the same. Konji was just obviously more teasy. He did the shit with his hair and like he did the mirror shit. Like just being Konji really. And it was pretty nice. Sakuyanagi, the funny thing is with that, with the Dragon Boy shit, is this boy dude ran towards her. I thought they were like standing next to each other, but apparently there was enough space for him to do a bit of a run, jump like some ballet type of shit, and do a spinning kick. Like, what the fuck was that? That was insane, first of all, but very interesting, very anticlimactic, I guess. Sakuyanagi and Duan went out a little bit more. They talk about the contract with Katsuragi was obviously cut out, and I don't know if they're gonna mention. I guess that's just like not canon in anime, so I guess there's no point in me even mentioning that the Katsuragi contract thing unless it comes into play later, which we will talk about maybe next season. But for now, I don't think it's safe to mention. I really want to get to just like the rooftop / warehouse scene. That's the main bit I really want to talk about. Obviously, after that, you have Yuan just still doing his deduction of shit, and Yuan really wants to find out who X is. And in chapter 4 of this, it's just Yuan. We get a whole chapter of Yuan saying the day to attack has finally come. And like he's sort of having a whole monologue saying he's gonna do this today. He made a certain move here ever since the paper shuffle. We had Class C mate keep an eye on everyone, which they did cover. They just did it in a different type of approach of him walking outside, and it was very interesting. So to set up, they went. He obviously spoke to Hiyori, and that obviously got cut out. He's speaking to Hiyori about people in the class, and she was saying she'll be at the library if you need anything. So it's interesting here because they went to the roof right after, and Ibuki was what they're talking about. But over here, there was like they're already outside. It was raining, and for some reason, Large didn't feel like the roof was necessary this time. They decided to go in a dark like a thing, and I feel like I know what they're going for next episode. But I won't like. I'm gonna make a prediction here. If y'all see an assassination classroom, there's like a warehouse type of scene, assassination classroom, and like a very confined type of space. I feel like that's what they're going for, a really close quarter type of space. And I do feel like the environment might come into play next episode, but if it doesn't, I'm completely wrong. But I feel like for some reason, it's going to be in that setting. One, for a director visual standpoint, and two, maybe it'll just be easier for what they're trying to go for with the fight next episode. Really dope stuff, though, and I'm interested to see how they're sort of going to, you know, the choreography next episode on that. The only thing I'm really confused about is like how Albert's going to guard and the stuff with Manabu and the stairs. Chabashira, everyone's playing in this. Very interesting. Another thing what was changed was when they were torturing Kay. Ibuki held her down and then they started pouring the water on. The thing is with the water, this time Ishizaki had bottles of water in a bag. But actually, we had the scene in the light novel, I can't find the exact one, where Yuan's just like, he's memorized the school. And they sort of covered this in a certain type of way. Him like talking about different standings within the groups. But in the light novel, he was just like, yo, he's walked around and, you know, you start to notice type of things. He noticed there was like 2 buckets in bathrooms and he remembered that for this very moment. He's just like, okay, yeah, Ishizaki, there's 2 buckets downstairs. Go downstairs, go fill them up with water and come all the way back up. So Ishizaki was going the whole time. But this time he has bottles of water and they're torturing Kay like that. So it's a different approach, but I guess it's sort of leads to the same type of thing. And it was only after, like, he argued with Kay. First of all, they tied her up, but Ibuki held her down. It was only after, they sort of had a discussion while Kay was already tied up. And he was saying, Kay was just like, it's better if you let me go. It was only after that, Leon was like, okay, I'm sick of this. We're going to go the hard way now. Then Ishizaki went to go get the water. So very interesting. There's a lot more back and forth, and the conversation was sort of longer. And I guess Kay's torture scene was more of an emotional psyche type of thing. And I guess we're going to have more of it next episode. But at the moment, it was looking more like a physical type of thing. They put legit like a thing over like her face. I seen that in GTA as an actual torture method. And they're torturing Kay. I'm just like, yo! That's insane. That's actually insane. And I guess Dylan was a little bit more harsh in the scene, but I don't know if they're doing this next episode. He sort of mentioned that she got tortured, and he started to notice Kay cry, and, he would just go like pretty much, he says, I'm gonna break you, and he's like, go and scream, go and cry. And all of this, you had Ibuki like averting her eyes, which we did see in anime. Ibuki does not like this. She really does not like this whole situation. She doesn't want to be in this situation. She even says like she shouldn't have helped you, Dylan. And she's like trying to look away, trying to escape all of this. And he says bullying the weak is quite fun, nothing to stir up your heart. Yo, they are going at Kay with emotional damage too. But I guess in the anime it's completely different. And I feel like this might be a little bit of a short thing today. But I really did want to talk about how they sort of changed the Dylan scene in a really interesting way. I don't quite understand why. And stuff was cut. And it's not bad. It's not bad by any means. It's just more of the fact that it's like, why though? Like, I don't understand what was wrong with the rooftop. I don't understand what was wrong with that approach. Is it because they want to make this fight for next episode very good in a certain type of way? I honestly do not know. I cannot say how it's going to work, but I feel like it's going to be good. It's just the whole rooftop idea. Everyone's like, hey, rooftop. You ready for the rooftop? It's like, nah, I'm ready for the construction site, my brother. It's just like, okay, very interesting stuff here. That's pretty much all what was cut. And there is a lot of changes, like I said, with the Ishizaki bottle thing, with Kay sort of going more back and forth with UN. But it all leads to the same point. It's like they covered it a lot in their own type of way. So I'm a bit confused right now. And the thing is with Kiyotaka, it's a little bit upsetting with Kiyotaka because it seems like he doesn't even understand what's going on with Kay. Kiyotaka knows. Kiyotaka knows what's going on with Kay. And we know Kiyotaka's sort of waiting until Kay fully breaks. He's not making a move yet. Kiyotaka is waiting. And I guess next episode, we're going to sort of get Kiyotaka's perspective on that. So I think one or two things happen next episode. Obviously going to continue this, or we're going to get Kyo, obviously how chapter 5 starts is with Kiyotaka sort of, his fault. It was like roughly 2 hours before Kay sort of fell before the UN. So we're going to get the rest of the Kay sort of dying or whatever. I don't know what you want to say. And we could either get the fight at the season finale, or we can get it next episode. I think what's going to happen next episode, we're going to get the rest of Kay being tortured. That knife is scaring me a little bit. I don't know what they're going to do to Kay, but let's not hurt my baby girl like to a bad extent. I think with Kiyotaka next episode, we're going to get obviously his part of it, and maybe they might do it in a different type of way. But Kiyotaka knows what's going on. He just hasn't gone to help Kay yet. Very interesting stuff. Very interesting stuff. I want to know most of your guys' takes on it, and this is a little bit of a messy cut content, but it's more I wanted to give a review this week and next week, and we're going to sort of talk about what was cut completely from everything, or I guess after we finish the rooftop shit, we're going to sort of cut. We're going to talk about what was fully cut. And if y'all haven't already, yeah, I'm going to wrap up now. I thought this would be longer than I expected, but I guess I can finish it quicker. Gonna do podcast type of thing soon with some people I know in the Cote server. If you guys haven't already, down below, COTE, planning something. I don't know if I was supposed to say that, but after the season ends, gonna do like a Discord stage type of thing, talk about all the stuff what was cut. If y'all want to join down below, I'll leave a link down below. But that was pretty much it. Good episode. I don't know really what to make of all these cuts. It's not bad by any sense, but it's almost just like really confusing in a way. It's just like, okay, I don't understand what was a need for this, but I get the direction they're going in. So it's not all completely bad. It's not like a mad, like the Arisu cutscene. And that's what I really want to talk about too. I believe there was a scene where they were showing stuff all from the school, and you had the scene of Arisu and she lips something. I'm not sure if she lips a white room or something, or if that was completely cut. Because even Kiyotaka sort of mentioned Ichino saying Thingy have taken an interest in me now. And that's just like, he can get out of this easy. And I'm thinking like, can you get out of this easy? Sakinagi knows you're from the white room. So that doesn't add up. It's like, did it happen or did it not happen? Like, what happened with that scene is what I want to know. I really hope they sort of do this justice. At the moment, Volume 7's been a bit of an interesting one, but I hope next episode sort of makes up for what this was. And this wasn't bad by any means. Animation was obviously iffy in some places with the UN running type of thing, and also the art was also iffy, but the lighting in the construction site, very good. present a really dark colors at the same time, and it sort of gives the same atmosphere. Bit of a shame about the ED because it shows her on the rooftop, but now this sort of makes no sense because she's in a construction site. Interesting though, really dope. Doesn't take away from any of the ending because it really depends on how the ending hits, and if it hits well, it's gonna be fucking amazing. Really can't wait how all of this ends. That's about it. Like I said, join my Discord, Clash Royale Discord down below, and let me know what y'all really think about the episode because I really need to know how. If it's just me thinking like why this is necessary, I'm not mad by it by any means. It's just I'm more confused in that sense. Let me know down below. I'll see you next time, Sensei.